Heads up. Something super interesting happened today, and I was at this digital art exhibition, right? They had these wickedly cool cybernetic sculptures on display. I mean, these life-size figures completely made out of wires and circuits moving fluidly. Mind-blowing, to say the least. It was as if they were straight out of a cyberpunk fantasy. So here's the kicker. It got my creative gears grinding. I thought, why not fuse this concept into my VR work? Hence my next project, a VR sculpture garden. Crazy idea, huh? Imagine roaming in a virtual environment filled with these massive sculptures. The possibilities are just endless. So anyway, I shared this idea with Eric and Nina, and they are as stoked as I am. Well, Eric was mostly trying to figure out how not to get lost in a digital art exhibition, and Nina, of course, was all in for the tech art fusion. But you know them. Speaking of music, Nina was raving about some new single by Clairo. Have you heard it yet? I am planning to give it a listen tonight. I'm always looking for some new tunes while working late night on my designs. Nina has an uncanny knack for picking up some of the best music out there. We also got around to talking about having a pizza party. I swear, Nina thinks that just a slice of pizza is a fitting reward after coding. After all we know about her, that seems underwhelming, right? Eric joined the plan pretty quick. Apparently nothing beats 5 slices of pizza post a brainstorming sesh. So looks like we're having our much-needed pizza party soon. You should join in too. It'd be just like the old times. We can catch up on our latest exploits while munching down on some divine margaritas. You remember that time when we ended up ordering way too much pizza and had to eat pizza for breakfast for the next week? That was hilarious. A pizza party might also just be the fuel I need for my new project. And oh, before I go, you gotta tell me if you have any new recommendations. Be it music, books, movies, you know I trust your taste. I also might need some advice on how to design these sculptures for my new VR landscape, but that's a conversation for later. So, I embarked on this epic quest today. Epoch Unveiled. That's the VR game I was talking about earlier. Think of it as time traveling with a tech twist. I mean, who wouldn't be thrilled about that, right? Imagine binge-watching our fave historical shows, but instead of just watching, you actually get to be in that era, explore around. It's insane. I got to walk through digital replicas of ancient civilizations. Now that's something virtual textbooks could never give you. Also, do you remember Liam and Zoe? Spent some time with them today in VR escapades, man. What a riot. Liam, you know him, always gets overly enthusiastic and manages to get himself stuck somewhere. And Zoe, well, let's just say I think she might actually be a reincarnated Egyptian queen or something. Some of the stuff she knew was just uncanny. You remember our chat about Age of Wizards we discussed? Nico was ecstatic about that game. Swearing by the spells and their surreal effects almost made me change my game pick for the day. But honestly, today just felt like an Epoch Unveiled kind of day, you know? We kind of ended up magical beings taunting Eric about him being a muggle. But hey, who doesn't like a little wizardry fun? I think I'd really like to incorporate some of this Epic Unveiled vibe into my work. Design some historical monuments or landscapes. Add some VR elements to make them interactive. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day we'll be able to create such immersive learning environments that classrooms will seem like a thing of the past. Painted a picture in your head, didn't it? Anyway, I seem to be rambling a bit about my gaming adventures. Don't let me get carried away, yeah? How's your day been? Stumbled upon any rare vinyl records, or found a new corner cafe hidden deep within the city? Speaking of which, reminds me of that one time when we discovered that tiny bookstore, which was more like a slice of Wonderland. Anyway, I'd love to hear about your day. Also, any recent earworms you've discovered. You know I'm always on the lookout for new music, and if you find some time, I wouldn't mind a little help with my newest design exploration. We'll talk about that later. All right, my design awaits. Okay, so today went from 0 to 100 real quick. I had scheduled a regular live streaming session on Twitch, right? Decided to do a 3D design today and somehow ended up creating a dragon. Yes, you heard it right, a freaking 3D dragon. If you ask me, I'm pretty stoked about how it turned out. Now we've had some sweet gaming streams before, but this was on a whole different level. Rose and Grace joined in, and the subscriber interaction was off the charts. You know how Grace is, right? She's not exactly a techie, generally into more hands-on art, like pottery. Interestingly, she quite enjoyed the design journey today. Remember the Eat the World food truck that Eric was raving about in the group chat? Seems like he found the holy grail of burritos or something. I swear, if that truck were here in New York, I'd go check it out in a heartbeat. Food romances aside, our chat thread did veer back to usual business, discussing upcoming projects and, oh, guessing what? Dragons it is. Eric's eyes practically popped when I said dragons. His immediate reaction was, "Designing dragons now, Amy? That's pretty cool." You bet it's cool, buddy. Then again, Nina is always my cheerleader, absolutely up for all the tech art fusion stuff. Seriously, nothing beats the adrenaline rush of doing live hands-on 3D stuff and getting instant reactions from viewers. Also, we had a little chit-chat about movies. Asked them if they've seen the new Bond movie, and Eric's like, is it worth it? I mean, seriously, it's Bond we're talking about. It's always worth it. I totally recommended that they should check it out. I mean, spectacular stunts and storyline, what's not to love? Anyway, with the 3D dragon on my side, I feel like Khaleesi. Maybe one day I'll create an entire mythical universe with my 3D designs. Now, wouldn't that be something? All right, that's enough of my day. Dysart, can't wait to hear back. I need to get back to work now. This dragon isn't going to polish itself, so catch you later.